This next recipient of the Peabody Award is someone who was an advocate before there was such a thing as social media advocacy. Twitter started in 2006. Facebook started in 2004. Our next recipient, our honoree, started his blog in 2001. When he started, he was one of the only people doing advocacy in this way when he started a little blog called Angry Asian Man. He lived up to his name, and he's become, since 2001, an indispensable voice in the Asian American community and the advocacy community at large. It is truly my honor to present the legacy class of the Peabody Award to Phil Yu, our own Angry Asian Man.
My name is Phil Yu. I'm the founder and editor of the blog Angry Asian Man. It is a news and opinion culture blog covering the Asian American community. I grew up watching tons of movies and television. I'm a child of pop culture. I rarely ever saw stories or people or characters that reflected my experience. It just felt like there was a misrepresentation or just invisibility when it came to, the way Asians were depicted on screen. When I started the blog, a lot of what I wrote about was stuff I was seeing in the news, the representation of Asian Americans in the media and the lack thereof. And it just seemed like a really potent way to just talk about the things that I felt I'd been feeling my whole life. When I felt the sting of racism or prejudice in some ways, it was flung my way in a way that said, like, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, like, why don't you just take it? But I think the idea that an angry Asian anything for the longest time was kind of like, it felt like an oxymoron or something. It just didn't mesh, the idea of angry and Asians. I felt like no more. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not going to be the person who just sits there and takes it. And so Angry Asian Man was a large part of that, channeling that energy. And let me tell you, sometimes it felt like I was very alone. As time goes on, you see your message reaches people, and some of the best responses that I've gotten about the blog have been like, I read what you wrote and I didn't realize that I had been feeling these things all along, and here was somebody who was articulating that, and it gave me permission to do so as well. That stuff has always been there. It's just that, we have the tools and we have the community and the voice, and a lot of people are now saying, like, I can't sit on my hands anymore about this. We have to say something. And so it's not enough anymore to just kind of take it and then like internalize it and sit on it and then, cover your mouth. I think a lot of people are just kind of fed up. And so I'm glad that my blog, if any way, has laid the groundwork for that. That's amazing. I'm not 100% sure that this isn't a prank. I'm constantly looking back at my life and career, and I'm going like, how did I get here? But it also confirms, like, the stuff that you were doing, Phil, was worthwhile, and it connected with people, and that kind of storytelling matters. So it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. Mom, I can look what I got. This is cool.